Hi everyone, William Clavey from the Car Guide. Today we're at Érablière Charbonneau. It's the Sugar Shack. I'm with Christine Baudouin.
Hi William.
Hi Christine. We're here to talk to you about sport utility vehicles. For the test, Nissan Canada has offered us their entire lineup of SUVs.
And we've got a lot on our plate, so let's start right away with the first one, the smallest one of the category, the Qashqai.
That's right, so the Nissan Qashqai is a part of a newly popular segment, the subcompact crossover segment. So its direct competitors will be the Honda HR-V, the Mazda CX-3, or even the Chevrolet Trax. It's perfect for like somebody like either a single person or a young couple with like a young child. The all-wheel drive system will allow it to get out of like a small snowbank, or it's also ideal to drive over snowy or icy conditions.
And what about the Rogue now?
The Rogue is part of the compact segment, which is right now the most popular segment for consumers. It has a lot of competitors. We're talking about the Honda CR-V, the Toyota RAV4, and the Mazda CX-5. And look, I mean, there's so many, I could list them forever. Same idea as the Qashqai. It's above all an urban crossover, urban utility vehicle, but it's a bit larger. So, you know, it's a 5-passenger vehicle. It's mostly targeted to a young family of maybe 2 children, for example. There's a larger trunk in the back, so more cargo space. So, you know, if you want to hop in the dog as well, there's more space to do it. And like the Qashqai, it can be had with either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. However, the all-wheel drive system is a bit more advanced, so it will allow it to get out of more tricky situations. There's actual towing capacity with the Rogue. It's light towing capacity, but you can still carry, like pull a small trailer with like an ATV on it, for example. But above all, the Rogue is an urban vehicle.
And what if you had to compare the Rogue with the Murano?
To begin with, it's very, very different than the rest, right?
Yeah, very unique.
It looks larger from the outside, but inside it's not necessarily more spacious than the Rogue. At least the trunk is not as huge because of the way it's shaped. But under the hood, you have a V6 engine, so a lot more power. So people who want to kind of mix sports car, utility vehicle, more spacious than a sedan, and still comes with an all-wheel drive system, it's the ideal formula.
And now if you're looking for something more like a truck, there's the Pathfinder. Yeah,
so that's where things become interesting. The Pathfinder is actually part of the mid-size SUV segment, which is the second most popular segment right now in the SUV market. So it's a 7-passenger vehicle, so it's really you know, aimed at large families of 3 or 4 children. A lot of room for cargo as well, so a much larger trunk. But under the hood, you got a V6 engine, just like the Murano. So the Pathfinder can actually tow larger objects, for example, a boat or a small camper. And it has a real 4x4 system, which allows it to get out of tricky situations. You can actually do some light off-roading with the Pathfinder.
And now the last one, but not the least, the big one.
That's right, the Armada.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to hide it, isn't it?
Kind of.
So the Armada, again, is a very, very large vehicle. It's larger than the Pathfinder. It's an 8-passenger vehicle. It's part of a very, very niche market. It doesn't have many competitors. We're talking about the Ford Expedition, the GMC Yukon, and the Chevrolet Tahoe. The Armada has real towing capacity. You can tow a horse trailer, a large boat, and there's also a real 4x4 system. Like the Pathfinder, you can lock the differential, so you can really get out of very, very tricky situations.
I've noticed some hockey bags in the trunk of one of the vehicles.
Yes, well, you know what, Christine, I'd like to do a test with you today. You want to try it out?
Sure.
Follow me. So, Christine, I'm sure you've heard before of the hockey bag test.
Well, I imagine it's to test the cargo space.
That's right.
You want to try?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's interesting. The Armada is the largest one, but it's really not as spacious as it seems.
That's right. I mean, it's not because the Armada is such a large vehicle that it's necessarily a spacious trunk. However, it's important to note that where the Armada's rear seat can be retracted into the floor, at that point, it does become the most spacious vehicle we have here.
So to sum it all up, there are many different types of SUVs for different needs.
Exactly, Christine. So as we saw today, there's a reason why the SUV segment is so popular and so crowded. There's a lot of variety for, you know, different types of people and, as you said, different needs.
Thank you, William.
Thanks a lot, Christine.